Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, Our Vision Farm. I thought it would be a beautiful day to share with you guys a little farm tour of our gardens during this springtime 2021 here in Central Florida. First and foremost, I'm going to start with my current favorite garden, which is our flower and blueberry garden, which I also have some vegetables planted in the back, so I will show you guys those. But last time I showed you guys our flower garden, it was definitely not as full and in bloom as it is right now. So I'm just going to walk you along the boxes and show you all these pretty flowers that we have going on. Every box is just jam-packed with all types of flowers. We have wildflower mixes, garden mixes, and then we also have some like standard flowers that I have planted, like zinnias. Back here we got a couple. Everything is just in full bloom, and we have bees enjoying everything. I haven't seen many butterflies yet for this year, but definitely bees. The bees are out and they really like these blue flowers over here. We have some nasturtium that's starting to bloom as well. And these nice bright blue flowers, the bees are loving those. And we have, like I showed you last time, the white flowers back there. And our blueberries as well are doing great. They're not much change from the last time I showed you. We still have the green berries on there, but the actual trees themselves are doing nicely and filling in. So we will have ripe blueberries soon. We don't have much ready to pick right now, so I will do another harvesting video down the line, but I just wanted to show you guys the progress on our spring garden. We have some squashes planted in between those rows. We planted snow peas a while ago and they're doing really good. We should start seeing snow peas very soon. I believe in the other garden I saw one already flowering, so before we know it, we're gonna have some snow peas. And this year we're doing really good with the yellow squash. We don't have any quite ready to pick yet, but all of these humongous plants are yellow squash, and they are full and packed with fruit. And we haven't had too much damage from the worms this year, but I do have to keep an eye on it because I am starting to see a little bit of damage. But right now we're getting a bunch of vegetables, so hopefully before the bugs get too bad, we get a good harvest from them. We have some poppies over here. The orange flowers are poppies, and these pretty little purple flowers, and some more of the white ones back there. There's just more squashes, zucchinis. There's some lettuce back here. We also have some little tiny papaya trees starting to sprout from last year's seeds that fell. This right here is actually the trunk of a papaya tree that rotted out in the winter. So we're going to have lots of papaya trees coming out of that. Here's some zucchini. And here's some more lettuce over here. So every little corner of this garden is growing something. So we're really excited, especially about this yellow squash. So let's move on to our second garden, which is over there close to that red shed. So I'm going to walk over there and give you a little tour of what's growing in there. Alright, entering our little second garden over here. This is the garden where I said I planted lots of pumpkins so that it can kind of take over. This used to be our herb and strawberry garden. We do still have some herbs growing in here. These are little rosemary potted plants. That big bush right there is a oregano. But for this year I really planted a lot of pumpkins. As you can see here, the pumpkin plants are taken over. just as planned, and we have little flowers. I saw a pumpkin starting to grow over here. I also planted potatoes, and there's some more squash and pumpkin plants over there that have not taken over yet, but before we know it, it will take over. Here's some more snow peas. These are the ones that I think are going to have snow peas first. Then back here in these boxes is all carrots, and then inside that screen box in there is also some more carrots. And I believe these are just flowers that kind of spread out from last year. I'm not sure if it's marigold or something in that family. But the purpose for this spring, for this garden, is just to have those pumpkin plants spread out and take over. I also planted some pigeon peas around back here. And we have a pineapple growing on one of our pineapple plants. There's a closer look at the pigeon peas. So now we'll head to the back and see our other garden. Here you can see some of the little leftover strawberry plants from other years that we grew strawberries in this garden. And they're just kind of scattered all over the place back there. I've been harvesting some ripe strawberries every couple of days. Here is our last garden, and I believe this is the largest garden we have. If not, it's the same size as our blueberry and flower garden up in the front. But this one is strictly just vegetables, and this is the one where I showed you guys when we were doing the rows and we topped it off with pine shavings and leaves to help with the weeds. And as I get closer in there, I'll show you guys how all that's working out. But I'm going to give you a closer look at everything we have growing in here. Alright, first thing walking in is the birdhouse gourds that we had thrown some seeds here just to see what would happen. So those are doing good. We have a giant mustard green plant over here. It's probably about to go to seed, so I'm just letting it, I want to collect seeds from it, so I'm going to let it bolt. And that's the only one of those that we have, but we do have a lot of collards growing. We have, I think it was three plants from what I see right now. So these we transplanted and they're doing really good. Collard greens, you want to cut the leaves from the bottom, and that'll encourage the plant to keep on making more collard green leaves, and this plant will get super tall. We actually had one that was about 2 years old before it finally died one summer. So I'm expecting to get lots of leafy greens from these plants, and if we can't keep up with it, the pigs will eat it as well. We have some green beans starting to flower. And back here is just a mix of the same things: yellow squash, zucchini, green beans, cucumbers. They're starting to flower. More squashes. We planted some sunflowers I had planted from seeds, and I transplanted them, and I just scattered them all over the garden just so that we have a good mix of vegetable plants and flowers, and some nasturtiums in here as well. There's some zinnias growing back here, and there's also this flower. I don't know the name of it, but my mom gave me seeds for these, and I planted them one year, and they just keep spreading and coming back. We have some little pepper plants, radishes over there, carrots over here. That little row is carrots, and over here some more carrots sprouting up. We have some overdue turnips all over this garden. There's a patch over there as well that I just gotta rip out and feed to the pigs at some point because they're overgrown and bitter. We have some thyme. I bought those and transplanted them. There's one over there. This is catnip I bought just to experiment with the cats to see if they liked it. This row over here is just more pigeon peas and snow peas that I just scattered seeds on this row. We have some tomato transplant that we put in here, which are now flowering. And over here is more cucumber plants. There's about 5 down that row. Over here I believe this is cabbage. And then we have some more tomatoes. And back here, like I said before, is just more yellow squashes and zucchinis. These are all the ones that I transplanted that I said I wanted to wait until everything's a little bit more established before showing you guys the progress on this garden. But as you can see, we are getting some weeds poking through the pine shavings and the leaves, but it's definitely helping. This will be covered in weeds if I didn't have this layer of protection. So I definitely say it's working, and I'm just going to continue piling it on and adding more and more layers. And I think it's going good so far. We have more green beans back here. And then these are the more turnips that I just got to pull out at this point. These 2 pools in the back have radishes planted in them. That's pretty much it for this garden. Everything is still getting established in here. We don't have anything ready to pick quite yet. So I will do another video. I see a little radish poking out here. I'll do another video of when I actually get to harvest all these veggies. And you want this cookie? I don't think she likes radishes. I'll do a harvesting video. I usually try to do those seasonally to show you guys what we are growing depending on what month it is here in Florida. But for now, I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what is going on and what is growing and what's doing good. And as it starts warming up, we're going to continue to have more crops from our plants. So I will share with you guys when it comes time to do harvest videos. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope your gardens are doing great as well, depending on what state you're in, if it has warmed up a little bit for you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.